All right, we're talking Nanticoke Trojans basketball. Coach John Banks with us, and we'll talk with some of the players here at Arcaro and Genell. And John, let's talk about this season. Here we are, past the midway point in January, just about done with that first half. How are things going for your team?
Well, John, first, thanks for having us up. We really appreciate it. First half of the year has been pretty good for the Trojans. We're 10-2 record-wise. We know we played a little bit of a lean part of our schedule so far. We know the toughest games are upcoming, starting this Friday with Pittston. But we're excited with our defense. We're sharing the basketball. All the guys are getting better each game. So we're looking to peak a little bit later this year than we have in the past.
And as far as this year's team, you graduated some talent. Let's talk about who you lost and then what guys are stepping up for this season.
Yeah, we lost a lot of starters last year and about 80% of our scoring. And we had a good senior class coming back. And these guys, are all taking those roles seriously. Luke Paczynski stepped into the leading scorer role. Rich Wojtrowski's now our leading assist man. They're both seniors. Cody Pistrak's our defender. So these guys are all guys that stepped into other people's shoes.
And as far as being able to play in the league and some of that competition, you're probably facing some teams you haven't seen in a little bit. Tell us about some of those teams that you see.
Yeah, with the new alignment, we're seeing some new teams, and every game matters. So we had to come out this year right off the first game and play good basketball, which we did. We lost a tough game to West Grand. We lost a tough game to Holy Redeemer. And, now we're going to be playing teams in Division I, a lot of them for the first time. Hazleton, we play on Tuesday. It was an extremely good team. They just beat the number one team in Delaware. So we're excited to go back to Hazleton, have that rivalry go back. And, all the games against Pittston and Dallas and Coughlin now matter. So we have to play good basketball every night.
And as far as the work ethic out of this group and what they bring to the table every day at practice, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think it just goes with their character. They're great students. We have 8 seniors, 6 are here tonight, and these guys, the 6 that we have here tonight, have been in our program for 6 years now. And they're excellent in the classroom. They're honor society guys. They're guys that take dual enrollment classes at LCC. High GPAs, good high aspirations in terms of college stuff. So it starts with their family, and then it starts in the classroom, and that effort and energy comes right onto the basketball floor. They're very unselfish people who, give up individual goals for team goals. They're very fun to coach, great personalities, as I hope you'll see in a few minutes. And we're really excited to have these guys on our program.
These guys kind of take on the role of you and some of the other coaches and teachers. They're community-minded kids. And when somebody's down in the community, they're there to pick them up, or you're trying to teach them that lesson that our community really matters.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the old-time days of Nanticoke basketball, things that we know as a staff that, we participated in. We try to convey how important it is, and we try to be leaders in the community. We have great community support. Our student body, the Jungle, comes out in full force, supports us. The fans are there, and we like to continue that. And with that question, we have our youth basketball night coming up Friday. It'll be a packed house. We'll be honoring our youth basketball from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, and showcasing them a little bit, letting them become part of the Trojan family. And it just starts at a young age. And we like these guys that continue what the tradition of Nanticoke has been doing for a long time.
And a great tradition. Many people think that every community or every school district has youth basketball. Not everybody does. So you're pretty fortunate that there's some people there that you support, and then they bring it up, and eventually you're going to get those players.
No doubt. And it starts, Eric Spencer's our youth basketball director. He's on my staff, and he runs that program. And we have another guy on my staff, Alan Brown, coaches in that, and we've all been a part of it in some way. So it starts with that. All our players here have played in that program, so they like to see that bridge and have that connection. All our guys will work the scoreboard and the scorebook during the youth basketball tournament, the All-Star tournament. So yeah, we have that connection there, and it's something we want to continue.
Justin Casey joining us from Nanticoke, and Justin, let's talk a little bit about this year and this basketball season so far. 10-2, a pretty good start.
Oh yeah, definitely, great start. Couldn't ask for much better.
How about this group of guys? What do you like about your teammates right now that out there on the floor? What are you seeing from your team?
Just simply put, these guys are my brothers. There's no one else I'd rather be out there playing every night, practicing all the time with. I've been playing with most of them since I was 11. It's just nice to be able to play with these guys, people I have such a strong bond with. They're literally just my brothers. It's the best way I can put it.
So when you're out there, obviously you're one of the bigger guys, but talk about some of the guards you have and dynamics of guys could shoot the outside. We have guys that could drive. We have inside players. Is it that balance that is making you guys win some games?
Yeah, I think that's probably our balance. But I think the thing that most like helps us is that like we don't care about our individual stats. We just want the game to win. Like we build off what other people do. Like let's say like our guard Cody Peachtrack gets a steal. That drives me to be able to like want to have a better rebounding game, and Luke will see that and he'll be like, okay, I got to contribute to scoring more because he's picking up on the glass. And when that happens, maybe like Nate Chrysler or Zach Cardone will start picking it up their 3-point percentages because they want to start getting in the fun too, and maybe Richie will start blocking down on defense, stuff like that. I think it all feeds into each other.
Well, it sounds like a good time. Let's talk about some of these times, like a time like tonight. You guys are kind of just hanging out, having a good time. What do you guys like to do to just enjoy life itself, whether it's going to the movies or kind of just hanging out or maybe going to watch some other basketball or whatever?
Yeah, we just got a little bit. Most of the time we just kind of like to hang out, watch some of the great playoff games that have been on, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. That was a great game last weekend. Yeah, we basically just hang out. During the season, it's all business, so we try not to do much to like put us in harm's way. It's like we just hang out at home or go get food and stuff like that.
Coach Banks, let's talk a little bit about his style, some of the other coaches, what they try and instill in you. A lot of Nanticoke pride.
Nanticoke pride? Ooh, let's see here. Nanticoke pride. Every day, he preaches toughness, good defense, and something else I don't know if I can say on camera.
Well, you got to do all of them to be a complete player. And overall, you talk about your future endeavors. Well, you're busy, involved with 3 sports: football, basketball, and volleyball. Let's talk about the fun you're having playing all those sports.
Well, going into my senior year, I knew the number one thing I had to do was I've been playing these sports since I was a kid, and I just know like if I have fun and I'm a team player, then I know things are gonna fall into play. Like let's look at football season. Like our football team, we finished off with a decent record, but we made it to the district playoffs for the first time since like 1999 because we had fun and we played as a team. That's something we're trying to instill in Nanticoke, and we're off to a pretty good start doing that.
Future endeavors for you. Pretty good darn student in the classroom. Let's talk about what you're thinking about at that next level, some schools that are in the mix for you.
I've been looking at a few PSAC schools like Shippensburg and ESU to start off with. I'm looking to major in engineering, but engineering is probably my primary major right now, but nothing's really set in stone.
And as far as being involved heavily in school, National Honor Society, Spanish Club, you seem like you do a pretty good job with balancing that stuff too.
See, El Presidente.
Well, congratulations on all the fun you're having at your school. Of course, we wish you well. We've got some tough games coming up next couple of weeks, so we wish you well.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I love playing the big games. I just elevate my game to the next level. Just to, like have to compete with these teams. Like they say you shouldn't play your competition, and I don't say I do, but I just think like when a big game comes around, that's when our team just elevates the way we play, so we can compete with these higher level teams, and hopefully win.
Luke Paczynski joining us here from Nanticoke, the Trojans. And Luke, let's talk about your role on the team. What does Coach Banks say you need to do every game?
Yeah, I'm the communicator out there. We press a lot, and I'm always the one that's telling us the defense, where to go, where to stand, what we're running, and just be vocal out there so everyone knows what they're running out there.
Talk about being a leader and going through, seeing this program, seeing some other guys over the years and saying, okay, my turn now. I'm one of the seniors. I got to try to step it up.
Yeah, I grew up as a freshman with guarding Mike Mel, who was actually our best player, and he was always communicated as a tough guy. I had to guard him every practice. It was hard, but I learned a lot from him. Then guarding Scott Stout and Brent Blakowski, I really learned how to communicate and really lead the team.
You had a little adversity through your career with an injury, and that's always hard watching. But talk about what that was like to appreciate the game a little bit. All of us got to go through that.
Yeah, I had one of my best games actually my sophomore year. Next day of practice, we were having a rebounding drill, and it came down on someone's foot, and I felt it crack, and I knew it was there. Watching the team play and missing the playoff games, it just hurt so much watching them play.
Athletic family, a lot of people named Paczynski playing some sports, basketball, and other things. Let's talk about all those cousins.
Yeah, my cousins, Katie, Kobe, they're both playing varsity. Katie's doing really good for the girls' team. Kobe's just a little younger freshman. He's going to be very good. Even my uncles and aunts and my parents, they all played.
You're involved in 3 sports there at the school. Talk about the other sports you play.
Basketball, soccer, and volleyball. Soccer, I was first team all conference last year. This year I got second team. That's good because all my friends out there, even like pretty much the whole basketball team actually, we're not soccer players. We're just the athletic kids that are out there playing around. And volleyball, I'm just a role player, but that's fun as well because it's a lot of like basketball stuff with the jumping and stuff like that.
Interesting future endeavors for you. You're talking about criminal justice.
Yeah, criminal justice. Also, I'm physical therapy and would like to play basketball at the next level.
You got a couple good majors to choose from.
Yeah.
How about going through the whole school process? It's a little challenging to figure out, okay, do I want to be away from home? Do I want to be close? And you kind of work that out, I'm sure, with your
That's
family.
the thing, because like everyone always wants to go away, but then when you get older, it's a little different. Playing basketball, you don't want to leave your family. There's a lot of options still with all the teams you want to talk to and all the dream schools.
Well, we wish you the best in your future endeavors and continued hard work this season.
Thank you.
Alec Divers from the Nanticoke Trojans basketball team. And Alec, let's talk about your role on this team. What does Coach expect of you?
He expects me to be like tough, play good defense,
That's important, of
especially
course.
the guys that practice.
Yeah, playing good defense. Talk about that and a little bit of blue collar mentality there at your school. I mean, you guys want to get after it.
Yeah, just tough, lock people down, don't let them get in the lane. No open threes, make them take a dribble first.
Take us through your team and some of the players that you have overall and what you think the makeup of this year's team is.
I think we're pretty more well-rounded than last year. Like we spread like offensively better. We have Luke, who does most of the offensive work. Justin cleans up on the boards, finish inside. Cody hits a couple threes. Zach could shoot threes too. Rich gets in the lane, does a couple floaters. Nate, good sophomore. He can get to the lane, shoot too. Great handle on the ball.
For you not only you play basketball, another soccer player here
Yeah.
for the Trojans. What's it like? Is some of your other teammates say, hey, it may not be my best sport, but I'm out there because I'm having a good time with my friends?
Yeah, actually, we went, like a whole bunch of us went out last year to play soccer as juniors, and we helped them out a lot because they didn't have that many kids. Got more athletic kids on their team. We actually went pretty far in districts. Went to the semifinals, played Sem, had a tough loss, 3-2 to them. We had a good year. We really picked up at the end of the season. We had a couple wins, tough wins.
Great accomplishment, that's for sure. Against a powerhouse like Sem has been in a small school. But talk about the dual enrollment, being such a good student, honor society. I mean, you really have your act together academically.
Yeah, my parents installed in me that like make sure your school is first before sports. I do dual enrollment at LCC. Try to get a couple credits before I actually go to college. It's a little cheaper to do dual enrollment.
And you already have that next step all ready to go. Let's talk about where you're headed and why you chose it.
Yeah, I want to go to Misericordia. I actually already got accepted into the physical therapy program in October. It was real nice. I'm really interested in that field. Like I like everything. The muscles and the body is really interesting to me, and I want to help people, especially with myself. Like when I get an injury or something's bothering me, I like to try to figure it out on my own and not have to go to the doctor for it.
It's a popular major as well.
Yeah, it is.
You hear a lot of people getting into that, but the upside is it looks like there's great opportunity for you for years to come to get a good job.
There's a lot around here. You can work at a hospital. You can open your own practice. It's a great field.
Well, we wish you the best in your future endeavors and continued success there at the Nanticoke High School and for your basketball team, okay?
Thank you.
Rich Wojtrowski from the Nanticoke Trojans here on the Mendola Show with Arcaro and Genell. And, Rich, let's talk a little bit about having fun this season, how much fun you're having with these guys.
Yeah, senior year should be like the best year and something we'll remember for the rest of our lives. I've been playing with these guys for basically my entire basketball career, and I have so much fun with these guys. They're my closest friends, and we're trying to make the season really memorable.
As far as your role on the team, tell us a little bit about what coach says, okay, Rich, you've got to do this every game.
Well, coach always stresses out like I need to protect the ball more and make sure we're set up in like our offensive sets and make sure everyone knows what they're doing on defense. And I'm more of a facilitator than I'm going to look to create open shots for some of the better shooters on the team, such as Luke, Zach, Cody, or Nate Kreitzer. They're better shooters than I am, so I want to get them as many open shots as I can.
What some of the younger players you try to mentor this year? All you guys saying, okay, we got a sophomore, we got a freshman, we got a couple other guys. Talk about a few of those guys you try to influence and make sure that tradition at your school continues.
Well, there's Nate Kreitzer. He's a really good player for us. A good scorer. Adds another shooter to our team, and some other underclassmen like Tyler Thomas, Trey Kapinski, Matt P. They all get in the game, and they have some value to us. They play well, and they do their role when they get in the game, and they're very fun to play with.
Rich, let's talk about the academics, something that you seem like you're pretty good at, being on the Honor Society. Tell us a little bit about what you do to try to make sure your studies are done.
I'm in the enrollment program at LCC. I try to make sure everything's done on time and stuff like that. I want to make sure I get prepared for college, so
Talk about that, mate. Tell us about what you're thinking of doing at that next level.
At the next college, I plan on majoring in accounting. I haven't decided where I want to go yet. I've applied to some schools locally and some about an hour away from me.
So you're open to where that's going to be in the next couple of months. But on the basketball court, what do you hope happens with your teammates here in the next month? February will be here before you know it.
Yeah, we plan on making a run. That'd be nice. I believe we are good enough to do so. We just have to keep playing together, play hard, and I believe we could maybe win the conference. Maybe make a run in districts, possibly get to the state tournament. That'd be a very fun experience, and we're hoping to do so.
Zach Cardone with us from the Trojans of Nanticoke. And Zach, let's talk about you could be a sharpshooter and get pretty hot. Let's talk about you and some other players on your team. It's nice when those long rangers are going down, but sometimes when that's cooled off a little bit, you need to get a little different part of your game. Let's talk about stepping up and having some other players step up.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me, John. And we just have a lot of guys that could do a lot of things offensively. We got Upachinsky, who just could do it all out there. We got a bunch of sharpshooters like Cody Peastrack, Nate Kreitzer, myself. And we also got Justin Casey down low. We could feed him and he could score whenever he wants. So
Something about the long-range shot at Nanticoke that's been a pretty good tradition for a long time. But basketball's been an important sport. Let's talk a little bit about when you first got involved with the sport and some of that tradition that you like to continue and you have continued with your career.
yeah, absolutely. We just down in Nanticoke, we love to shoot the long ball, like pretty much anyone on our team could, and it's just a big part of our offense, and it helps us win a lot of tight games.
What do you like about your team when you're out there on the court? I mean, you're playing some tough competition. There's some tougher competition coming up in the next couple of weeks, but what do you like about your chances?
I like our chances. I think it's great. We get to play with all our friends, and it's just a great group of guys, and we just have a lot of talent out there, and we can get things done.
Talk about some of the other things you're involved with at your school, other sports or clubs that you're involved in.
Yeah, I also play volleyball and soccer. We made it to the district semifinal in soccer. We lost to Wyoming Seminary. And in volleyball, we lost to Holy Redeemer in the district championship. We have a lot of success in Nanticoke. We just gotta finish in those big games.
How about the classroom as far as the next level for you? What are you thinking about as far as an area of study?
I was accepted into King's College. I'll be taking classes there in the fall. I'm still undeclared on my major, but I'm in the National Honor Society, and it's just education is very important to me, and it's a big part of your career.
How about the relief of, okay, hey, I know where I'm going to school, I'm going to be local, family's going to be around. You kind of feel like that pressure's a little bit off at this
Oh
point?
yeah, definitely. A lot of my family went to King's, and I just want to continue the tradition.
Zach, well, we wish you well. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Cody Peastrack joining us from the Nanticoke Trojans. And Cody, let's talk about you're an athlete. You're involved in 3 sports at the school. Let's talk about all those different sports other than basketball. What else are you doing?
I play soccer and baseball. Soccer, I am a defender. They gave me a role as a captain. We did pretty good. We went pretty far. Baseball, I play shortstop. I hope I get captain this year. I don't know if it will happen, but we'll be pretty good for baseball too.
How about that dedication to athletics? You really seem to enjoy it. Is there a little family tradition with athletics with the Peastracks?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm more like, my cousins are more athletic than I am, but I'm getting there.
All right, well, you're awfully dedicated, that's for sure. What kind of group of guys do we have over here? Let's talk about the friendship you guys have.
They're awesome. I love them. We've been hanging out since we were 11. We've been playing basketball since 7. It's great. We're a great friendship. I hope we hang out after college and everything.
There's so many different tie-ins we have with being a sharpshooter, Peastrack's gun shop, and you want to get into business. Let's first talk about being a good shooter and being able to how to take that on the court.
Yeah, well, first it starts with the rifle, you know, like keeps track on shop, the business, and on the court, that's they always tie them together. So it's good.
And are you as good with the rifle
Yeah,
as you are on the court?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Great to hear. Let's talk a little bit about that future endeavor. You say you want to go in a business model. Of course, that's part of the family business, which is great. And as far as looking at different schools, you're thinking, hey, maybe I'll stay close. Am I going to go an hour away? I mean, some of the guys are talking about that. Do you have a thought process yet?
Yeah, I plan on staying local. I think it's better off.
As far as being involved there at your school, being a good student, and being involved with your community, talk about the pride of being a Trojan. And Coach Beggs, I know, really kind of emphasizes this with you guys.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. After the game, like Justin Casey, a center of ours, there's a guy that always comes up to him who loves him. He's always out there. He's coming in handshakes and everything. He loves us. And so Trojan pride, everyone loves us. I hope like when we're older we do the same thing. It's awesome.
Great to see. Of course, a little shot in the arm there for the community when you guys are doing great things. There's some really loyal fans there for the Trojans, and you know, the gymnasium really has a great aura about it. The stands, and then that jungle is pretty special as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love the jungle I love hitting the big shots, and you can't even think. It's just awesome.
Well, sounds like you got a bright future ahead of you. We wish you well
Yeah, thank you.
in your major with the family business as well. Okay.
Thank you.